In addition to working with GarageBand's built-in loops, another way to add pre-recorded sounds and music to GarageBand is by dragging in audio files. This is useful if you, say, found a sound effect somewhere that you want to add to your song, like screeching tires or a plane going by. You can also add musical audio files, but they're a little trickier to work with because you probably won't know the key and most likely won't know the exact tempo of the music when you bring it in, so you'll have to spend some time experimenting with the tempo and key settings to try to match them to the track you brought in. But it can be done. Now you can import all sorts of audio file formats into GarageBand, including AIF files, WAV files, MP3s, and even the iTunes AAC files, as long as they're not the copy-protected AAC files you might have purchased from the iTunes store. For this example, I've copied the file called funkyguitar.m4a to my desktop from the GarageBand exercise files. Now before I bring that in, I'm going to switch this project back to the original key we started in, which was C major, before we changed it in the previous movie. And now I'm going to drag in this audio file. Now this file is basically identical to the guitar track that's already in the song, because I wanted to demonstrate this was something that would fit in here. The audio files you import yourself, unless they're non-musical sound effects, will probably be the first thing you start with in GarageBand, and then you'll most likely build your song around them. So to add an audio file, all I have to do is drag it into the GarageBand window like this, and there it is. Now at this point, I've copied that file into this particular GarageBand project. It has no relationship anymore to the file here on my desktop, so I could actually throw this in the trash if I wanted to get rid of it. I'm not going to lose the audio here because it's now copied into the project. Again, the region appears in orange to let me know that it's an unchangeable imported audio file. I'm going to place it over at measure 3 where it belongs, and I'm going to mute the other guitar track. Now let's just listen for a little bit so you can hear this is in fact the same guitar part we've been using this whole time. Now alternately, you can also use the media browser, where you can browse your iTunes library or other GarageBand projects and drag audio files from there directly into your current project. But that's pretty much all there is to importing audio files. Just drag compatible files from the Finder or from the media browser. Now, if you recall from earlier, I mentioned that imported audio files can't be changed in terms of the tempo or the key. Notice if I change the tempo here, it looks like the orange region changes sizes. But it's actually staying the same tempo while the other loops around it are getting faster or slower depending on how I'm changing the tempo. So yeah, that doesn't really go along with this anymore. Also, if I try to change the key, let me set this back to 120. If I change it to, say, D major again, it sounds like this. So again, imported orange audio files cannot be changed along with the rest of the project. But I think in most cases you'll probably start with an imported audio file, especially if it's music like a guitar or a piano riff, and you'll build the rest of your track around its key and tempo. But in any case, that's how to import an audio track into GarageBand.